cheering and whooping. Well done. You're very obedient. Hello, this is Rosalind Court. My name's Morag Butler. And this evening, we've got a great evening. We've got Lizzy Hardingham, which is rather marvellous. Yeah. We've got Ty Watling's going to give us a song. And we've got Graham Scott and Chris Taylor are going to... Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
Indeed.
Are you sure you're not Chris Taylor?
Pretty sure.
All right, okay. I do apologise, I was misinformed.
No worries.
Right, should we start again? I feel foolish now, it's all going wrong. Chris Tucker. Well, at least Hey! It's not up there, you see.
Still Chris T. So
It's Chris T. That's great. Okay, everybody here, you're all in the raffle. Oh, it's good. People at home, if you donate during this broadcast, I'll put you in the raffle. And if you chat on the live chat, I'll also put you in the raffle, okay? And you could possibly win... Not the racehorse this week. Lizzy's latest EP, or a Who Gives a Crap toilet roll. So we're going to start off with Graham Scott and Chris Tucker. Yay! Now, these two are regulars at the classical music open mic evening, and that's where I said to them, why don't you come along and do a live a spot on the live stream here. And here they are, very obedient. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Hello, Cliftonville.
All right, so this one, we're playing Scarborough Fair for you guys.
Chris, thank you very much. Brilliant. Okay. Right, we're going to have a very slick transition to Ty Watling. Yay!
Okay. I was lucky enough to play here a couple of weeks ago, and I think last time I played mainly my own songs. But I think tonight I'm going to do a couple of covers. So. Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum. Hoist the mainsail, here I come. Ain't no room on board for the insincere. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. I was born to rock the boat. Some may sing, but we will float. Grab your coat, let's get out of here. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. Long ago we laughed at shadows, lightning crashed and thunder followed us. It would never find us here. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. Long ago we laughed at shadows, lightning crashed, thunder followed us. It would never find us here. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. Some were born to rock the boat. Some may sing, but we will float. Grab your coat, let's get out of here. You're my witness, I'm your mutineer. I'm your mutineer. I'm your mutineer.
Thank you, Ty Watling. Oh, I could listen to that all night, I have to say. But we're not going to. Instead, we're going to listen to Lizzy Hardingham. Yay!
How's everybody doing? Not bad. Oh, I think you can do better than that. How's everybody doing? So yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute pleasure to be back. I don't think I've been here in about 2 years, and it's particularly delightful because it's been long enough that I could enjoy the puzzles in the toilet again. They were very, very good fun. But I'm going to start with one that's about bees, or lack thereof. It's called Harvester of Gold. And it goes like this. Harvester of gold, he cried, you're counting down the days. Your mothers and brothers have all flown away. Harvester of gold, he cried, raise our breeze no more. For with the first day of spring, they shall sing on another shore. Gold got you in. Harvester of gold, he cried, your time is at an end. Your fellow man barely can call himself a friend. Gold shines on. Gold, will it shine when you are gone? Harvester of gold, he cried, what torture have you seen? The smoking guns nearly won this sorry scene. Gold shines on. Gold, will it shine when you are gone? Harvester of gold. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So I'm at the moment I'm on the penultimate date of a new EP tour, and as Morag mentioned, it came out a few weeks ago, and it's been a joy to sort of gallivant about the country playing this music. And I'm going to play the first one from that record now, and it's called The Reed Cutter's Daughter, and it's one of those traditional songs that, in my opinion, is completely universal, because it's sort of about being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and it's the wrong situation, but still finding love. And it being there, and even though it has a punctuation mark at the end of it, it's still wonderful while it lasted type thing. Particularly even more universal if you're a tinkerer or a mender, as the protagonist of this song is. This is called The Reed Cutter's Daughter, and I hope you like it. Come, all you young fellows who intend to start roaming, pray pay attention and listen to me. For I once loved a girl and I would have married, but I belonged to the road and I had to be free. For I was a tinker, fixing and mending, camped by a village and earning my pay, while she had a house and a father to care for. Oh, the reed cutter's daughter from Overton Way. For the times they are hard when a girl loves another, when really she shouldn't, and the law says it's so. Each night as the sun sets, to me she should wander, and each morn as it rose, to the house she would go. For I knew that someday we'd be sad for the parting. Each morn I would wish, and each night I would pray. So happy together with this blue-eyed maiden, oh, the reed cutter's daughter from Overton way. When I think of the short time that we spent together, often a frown passes over my brow. And she told me that someday I'd grow to forget her, but many's the time that I think of her now. And I was cruel to be kind when the time came for parting, with a kiss and a smile, and I'll see you again. But just as I found her, I left her a-standing, oh, the reed cutter's daughter from Overton way. Yes, I thought it was cruel, now I see it was kindness, for she could not leave and I could not stay. But oft times I wonder if I'm still remembered by the reed cutter's daughter from Overton way, by the reed cutter's daughter from Overton way. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So I realise it's quite early in the evening to be asking you to sing, but that's what I'm going to do, so buckle in. And this is going to be the easiest chorus of the night, I promise. It's just one word. A couple of different notes, but just one word. And yeah, I wrote this. I was lucky enough in January to do a festival where the headline act was Tom Robinson. And yeah, and it was just such an amazing thing to be part of. And it came to the end of his set, and he did Glad to Be Gay. And everyone, and I mean everyone in that room, there was no sort of mardy faces, no sour people. Everyone was singing it. And whether they meant it, whether they were allies, whether they were part of the queer community, everybody was singing, and it was just such a beautiful thing to be part of, because he was singing not only for those who are out and proud, but for those who are still figuring things out, for those who still need to hear him singing that song. And yeah, so I went home to my hotel room. Well, it wasn't a hotel, it was a B&B. It was in Blackpool. And yeah, I wrote this, and it would be lovely if you could join in. Your bit goes like this. Sing, sing, sing. And then you do it again. Do you want to give it a go? Sing, sing, sing. And then you stop. And that sounded beautiful. Thank you very much. Don't be alarmed. When we get to the chorus, I'm going to sing something else. But this is called The Ballad of Tom Robinson. Tom Robinson asked us to sing and be proud, and now I stand some 40 years hence in his crowd. Here in this place, all of our bodies are pressed into one, and here we are, no more than a daughter, a child, or a son. So sing at the top of your lungs, sing for the ones who still need to hear it. Sing not just for today, but to show us the way. The time isn't near, it's now. So sing. That was lovely. Thank you very much. I look to my left and my right, and I see no division between us and them, you and me. While I told my folks, and I was bolstered with nothing but care, I know there are those who are faced with a fist and despair. So sing at the top of your lungs, sing for the ones who still need to hear it. Sing not just for today, but to show us the way. The time isn't near, it's now. So sing, sing. So sing at the top of your lungs, sing for the ones who still need to hear it. Sing not just for today, but to show us the way. The time isn't near, it's now. So sing. Thank you very much. That was gorgeous. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of joining in again later. I can't trace some of my being to words that you said, and I recall those long sleepless nights with only stars overhead. But your smile rivaled the glow of the sun and the moon combined. I feel hollow, like my blood and my bones and my heart have all gone with you. More than sorrow, to be saying goodbye to a star of your magnitude. And in your song, tangible troubles are left far behind. And how I wish we could see the world the way that it's shown in your mind. 'Cause you saw the very best that this world has. Thank you very much. Cheers. That was a song that was called Hollow, and it was on my CD, The Leaving. I'll carry on with another one from the new record. This one's called Mother Says, and for anyone who's seen me live before, I do a few songs that sort of, it's not that they don't paint my mum in the best light, it's just that I take the piss a bit, I think. And and while she is the one singing the loudest at any gig that she's at, and the most beautifulest, in case she's watching, but yeah, I thought I ought to redress the balance and say thank you and show that I am actually grateful for all the amazing things that she's done for me. And I'm sure it's true of lots of people in this room, whether you're a performer, whether you sing, whether you play, or whether you have a love of live music, going to see it. It usually stems from, as a child, being shown that music is great by whoever the adults were in your life, and it being accessible and amazing. So I was brought up in a really, really musical household. There was always folk music being played on the hi-fi in the car or just being sung. And I have this really amazing memory of so much of my childhood. The linchpin was music. So I thought I ought to say thank you. And the first two verses of this song just sort of tumbled out, fully formed, which is lovely when that happens. The third verse was rather more elusive. And yeah, I'd written this song and I thought, okay, it's got legs, it's got potential. But I just could not, for love or money, get this third verse out. And the days were turning to weeks and months. And I was like, gosh, what am I going to do? And then while I was writing this EP, Ginger Beer, which is Cockney rhyming slang for queer, I sort of thought, oh, well, that's what the third verse is about. She was unbelievably supportive of my music, and also when I came out to her. And there are so many people that don't have that experience. But it is a universal thing that it's amazing when you find a chosen family, whether it's an adult, someone your age, someone younger, who loves you for exactly who you are. And that's, I think, universal to everyone. Once you've found that, life's pretty content. So this is called Mother Says, and it's for any mothers in the room. My mother sang us folk songs when we were young, leant against the radiator, and I stood so small next to her guitar, and I wanted to play like her. Oh, and when the time came that I was just big enough, oh, she handed me my greatest source of love. Mother sang us folk songs with 6 strings and the truth, and something in me began to stir, and I can't remember learning to sing, but I know that I learned it all from her. Oh, and she was always patient while she helped us to grow. Oh, and now she comes to almost every show. Sang us folk songs that taught us how to love, and it took me way too long to understand. Oh, that a song and a story can help you see yourself and to rearrange the life that you had planned. Oh, 'cause loving is like music, she doesn't care who plays. And my mother told us it'll be okay. It'll be Thank you very much. And I believe we now have Morag.
I'm just going to speak to you people at home for a minute to say there's quite a lot of you watching. If any of you can at all donate to the making of this, we would very much appreciate it. And thinking about, you know, how much you could possibly donate, how about donating the equivalent of your favourite drink, which seems like a nice idea to me. But also, you didn't notice there, but John just hobbled out the room because he really badly sprained his ankle a week or so ago. And maybe the equivalent of a crepe bandage for him might be a nice idea as well. Because bless him, he can hardly walk at all. Now, we're in the room and we can buy your CDs and EPs and not your tote bags because you've sold out.
Unfortunately, they've sold out.
Where can the people at home get your merch?
Thank you very much. It's all available on LizzyHardingham.com.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice and easy.
Yep. Excellent. That's good. All right. I haven't got anything else to say. I'm going away. All right. Carry on.
I'll crack on then. Oh, lovely. I'll carry on with another one that was collected fairly near me. I'm from Hertfordshire, and sort of my local concert club is Hitchin Folk Club. And for a county with not very much water and about as landlocked as you could be, we have no business having any water songs, and yet we have loads. This is one such song. And originally it was called As I Walked Out One Summer's Morning, but they are literally all called that. So to distinguish myself on such evil platforms as Spotify and Apple Music, I changed it to be called Fisher Child, which sort of gives away the ending. And that, yeah, I think it gives away the ending once you hear the ending. And yeah, I don't necessarily think it fits neatly into the folk canon, this song, because there's no shipwreck, nobody dies, and the woman has a nice time. Is it folk music? Who knows? You can be the judge. But yeah, this is my version. It's called Fisher Child. As I walked out one summer's morn on purpose to meet my bride, 'twas there I saw a pretty maid come rowing down the tide. Good morning to you, young fisherman, she cried, what's brought you here? I said, I am fishing for a lady gay, right down the river clear. And so he's boldly stepped up to her there, and he's kissed her both cheeks aside, and taken her by her lily white hand, So he's launched his boat up to the shore, crying, "Mama, your pardon is lent," and in each other's arms embraced until they gave consent. So now go you to my father's hall, where married we will there be, and you shall have a fisher child to row you on the sea. You shall have a fisher child to row you on the sea. You shall have a fisher child to row you on the sea. Thank you very much. Cheers. So the last sort of full album I did was in 2022, and I was lucky enough to sort of record with these amazing musicians and have them speak afterwards. So it was something of a concept album, but not quite. So those of you who like them, great, it was. And those of you who don't like them, great, it wasn't. It was called How Did We Get Here? And I sort of aimed to answer and ask more questions about mental health and the impact that music has on that. And this particular song I wrote for a friend long before that album. And she was just going through the most horrible year of her life, and things just kept stacking up against her, and wave after wave was hitting her. And as much as I could be there for her, I was, and as everything I could do for her, I wanted to do. But the thing I thought of that I could do that I might help, I don't know, was write her a little song to remind her there are people in her corner. And I feel particularly smug and vindicated because she has some of the lyrics tattooed on her ribs now. I mean, it literally just says jump. So could be me, could be Van Halen, who knows? I'll take the small win. And so I'll sing it for you now, and it's called Jumping Waves. And if anybody feels that they can't keep getting up or that there's nobody in their corner, I promise you're not alone. This is for you. Waves roll onto the sand, and tidal forces are always at hand. Thank you very much. Thank you. Are you all having a nice time? Excellent. That's what we like to hear. So I've got time for a few more in this half, and I'll do another one from the new record, Ginger Beer. This one's called Let Me Swim, and I wrote it sort of late last year, middle of last year, whenever. I thought I was having this novel idea. And at the time, I was reading quite a lot about the folklore, the mythology of the Selkie. And for anybody who doesn't know, they're a beautiful sea creature in the ocean, and then once every so often they can shed their skins and become beautiful land creatures and sort of frolic on the sand and the beach. And as is the way with folklore and with folk stories, often that gets abused and nobody ends up having a good time. So quite often they get stolen, or their skins get stolen, and they get trapped in a body they feel is not their own, and either by sailors or fishermen or just like landmen who can't find a wife any other way. And I saw a modern parallel there with people who, don't feel at home in the body that they're trapped in. So I thought I'd write this, and it's called Let Me Swim. But of course, Nancy Kerr's already written that song. It's called Fragile Water, and it's absolutely great. But if we didn't write songs that Nancy Kerr had already written, well, then there'd be nothing left. She's so talented and prolific. So I decided to still keep singing this anyway, but it's my take on that, and it's called Let Me Swim. Should you feel so inclined, you've been in fine voice so far, there is a bit that you can join in with. And it goes like this. Let me swim, let me swim. And then the last line of the verse. So you'll have to pay attention. But yeah, do you think you can manage that? That was very tepid, Rosalind. Go on. Do you think you can manage that? Hooray! For the people at home, that was very, very loud cheer. This is called Let Me Swim. I was born for the sea. The salt spray beckons me in, and the water washes everything I'm not, and bathes me in my skin. I was born for the sea. Let me swim. Taken from the sea, and it calcifies my bones. And although my life is here upon the sand, oh, I am naked and alone. I was taken from the sea. Let me swim, let me swim. Thank you so much. That was gorgeous. Thank you. That was absolutely beautiful. And there were some harmonies just over in that corner that was particularly nice. Yes, I'll do another one from the older record. How did we get here? And I was lucky and unlucky enough to move house during the second lockdown, which is amazing because you get all these wonderful new green spaces to have your 1 hour allotted walk a day, and horrible because I tell you what, moving a sofa bed up 2 flights of stairs on your own is horrible. But luckily I'll never have to do it again. Some sort of wood there. But yeah, so I wrote this about the first walk that I ever went on, and I think there was some stress going on at the time that led to the insanity of this song. It imagines tiny pilgrims walking across sort of recycled houses that are made of margarine tubs and terracotta pots and glitter and hope by a local brownie group, only to find at the end there's a tiny whittled wooden piano for all the tiny pilgrims that are about this big in my mind to listen to, and they find joy and solace in their pilgrimage towards the piano in the woods. And so it's imaginatively called, you guessed it, Piano in the Woods. I went walking today in the woods, and you'll never guess what I found. Miniature carvings scattered through the woods, with the tiniest throng gathered around. There for the heart, and there for the soul, encased in the bark, 1,000 years old. Piano in the woods. Tiny pilgrims rush through the snow in search of that sapling sound. On their journeys from terracotta homes, and gathering pace on through the town. Good times will come, and gray skies will clear, 'cause pilgrims will know, and pilgrims will hear. Oh, the piano in the woods. People will travel the wide open wood to see for themselves, to witness the birth from all that has been planned. Up through the earth and up through the breeze, pilgrims in arms, singing for the trees. The piano in the woods. Oh, Thank you very much. Number one and number two. I shall dig a little deeper.
Colin Miller. Colin Miller, yeah. Way, you've won a CD. Well, And, KM, now you're watching. You're going to have to send me your address. Okay, you've won a toilet roll. Oh, good, I get to post a toilet roll again. Excellent. Yes, lovely. Right, we're going to have one more song, and then that's the end of the live stream. Yay.
Well, thank you very much for everybody who's joined online. And next week online will be Gilmore. Well, is it next week? Yeah, Gilmore and Roberts next week. And they're obviously absolutely incredible. So if you're in the Margate area, please do come down, because they're both of them amazing. And from a very selfish point of view, Katrina is on both of my last two records playing amazing fiddle, which is an absolute dream come true. And actually, Jamie's singing on the one before that. So they're incredible. Do come and catch them, because they have amazing, astounding music that tells beautiful stories. And she's playing on this one as well. It's called Small Vessels, and I would love, you've been in great voice, I would love you to sing along. And I wrote this last year when you just could not open a news app or a newspaper or any news outlet without seeing Stop the Small Boats. And I realised I'm not a politician, I'm not trained, I'm not qualified, but it just seems unbelievably inhumane that that is the only policy that you could read in the sort of widespread news. And so I wrote this after many months of frustration. And over 400 people last year came to our shores, both legally and illegally, because they were being persecuted because of their sexuality. And so many of them were turned away. They came in hopes of a safe haven and were sent back home to, danger and persecution. And so I wrote this for them, but also for anyone who comes to our shores hoping for solace and hope. And it would be lovely if you could sing along. I'll be honest, melodically, very easy. I really have crammed the words into this chorus. So my advice would just be, don't commit to a consonant and we'll be fine. But your bit goes like this. And I hope that one day the people in charge will open their eyes and open our gates. We'll sit under one tree. There's more. To welcome them in with kindness and warmth into our hearts and into our homes and into our country. Do you reckon you got that? Oh, very confident. Thank you very much. Fab. This is called Small Vessels. While I'm living, I'll share this home with those searching for one of their own. For there are so many who take to small vessels and leave their shorelines searching for better. And so I hope that one day the people in charge will open their eyes, and open our gates. We'll sit under one tree to welcome them in, with kindness and warmth, into our sit under one tree to welcome them in, to welcome them in with kindness and warmth into our hearts and into our homes and into our country. Thank you for joining in, and thank you for listening at home.
Lizzy Hardingham! Yay! Can we please also thank Ty Watling over there, and Chris Tucker and Graham Scott for their music as well. And also the team, we've got Jane on the door, we've got Roger here, we've got Hobbity John over there, we've got... You didn't approve of that. Tough, you can't get to me. We've got G, we've got Lizzie in Scotland doing the interweb thingy, what's it, and in her pinny at the bar, G! No, Una! It was G last week, sorry. Una, I do apologise. Yeah. Well, I was doing really well up until that point, wasn't I? I thought it was all going far too well. So next week, as you said, we've got Gilmore and Roberts. Please come to Gilmore and Roberts. They're really, really fabulous. And then the following week, we've got Chris Cleverly, that Phil Beer here described as doing the best guitar work around at the moment.
He is incredible.
Oh, he is, yeah, I know. We've had him before. He's very good. I thought we'd have him again. Southering, coming. Yeah, very good, very good. Sally Ironmonger and Brian Carter. They're lovely, aren't they? Yeah, that's it, really, at the moment. So make sure you come back. Make sure you watch next week, if you know, from your homes. Those of you who are poorly, I'm sorry you're poorly. I hope you get better soon. It's funny what people tell you on a chat, isn't it? Yeah, yes. Hope the antibiotics work. So, just to let you know, your last song, all the cakes that you've been eating, the money that you've paid for that, all goes to International Rescue or Rescue International, whichever isn't Thunderbirds, and actually, and they look after refugees and asylum seekers. So, and also we do change the puzzles in the toilets. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. you can come back fairly soon. Yeah, that's great. So thank you very much. See you next week. This is Rosalind Court. My name's Maureen Butler. Thanks for watching. Bye.